Sometimes I enjoy strolling around this garden. The garden world is a peaceful one. The plants, they each have their place. They don't concern themselves with one another. All their needs are taken care of. Light from the sun, water from the rain. Their existence is pure. 私の名前は森本和。My name is Kaz Morimoto, Chief Music Composer for Original Nintendo Entertainment System.
Kaz once told me, don't look to the heaven for something that's close as right here.
So, here it is. This is my shopping place. Come on in. Let's go. So, what I'm gonna buy? I eat apple every morning. Have you ever tried this Red Delicious?
Great.
This is
What's your favorite?
yeah, I love it. Tomato is not an essential vegetables. What we're gonna do is cook pasta.
Looking for the perfect onion?
Yes, sir. When you make raw sushi, use this. What's your favorite?
Me, I'm a big fan of Prego.
Me too. Shake hands. I think maybe I'm gonna pick up some nice beat for Prego and maybe send it to them. While cooking, I'm maybe come up with a good beat. Oh my god. The golden crisp. I would say, can get a. Oh, I don't remember that. Can get a grant. It was like this, I think. I hope I remember this. Can't get enough for the golden crisp. Yeah, this is great. But I'm grown up now, so I'm gonna take this. Can't get enough for the golden crisp. Can't get enough for the golden crisp. I can't get over it. I think I'm gonna keep singing, humming that for all day. Everything is inspiration to me. You know, even birds or radio, you know, supermarkets. Born where? I was born in Kobe. My mother bought me this little tiny piano, like wooden piano, and I was very excited about it. But father didn't care. Yeah, he's more like an old school. Like, you know, you gotta educate it and go to college and go to a certain company and like everybody else. You know, they expect me to do like everybody else, but I just didn't want to do it. I had a lot of friends at the time, and then my friends always came up to me, "Hey, Kaz, play that for me." So like I was like, all right, like I just, and then they're like, whoa, that's great, For that young age, people kind of, I love to entertain.
Well, like every kid does. Like I got into playing guitar and the music, trying to play in the band, but I soon realized I'm not good at it. But what I found out was I have a good ear to place certain elements in a certain right place and make a good music from the production side. As I studied in college, I got more and more into a technical side of the field. Yes.
Here we are. So guys, take all shoes, please. Heavy. So let's cook now. First of all, chop this. Okay. Nice, eh? Actually making a lot of pasta. I like linguine pasta.
Do you usually stir your noodles or your pasta with chopsticks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I pick fly. Oh, 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 like this. Hey?
So it sounds like, from what you're telling me, you had a natural ear for music, that you could imitate something pretty easily.
I think so. At that time, maybe I developed my ears a little bit. You know, kind of strong sense that I can catch notes, tone, beat. So I was pretty confident at that time.
So with that confidence and with that level of music, you then moved to Tokyo. Is that right? When was that?
That was 81, I think. It was so different. I mean, first of all, people are different. You know, where I'm from, people joking around, very easygoing, you know. That's my nature, you know. What can you do? Yeah.
Did you have time to play music?
Oh yeah, I created my time to play music. Yeah, that's my mainstream. I was there for music. I met a few friends at that point who came along with me in terms of music. We ended up, you know, putting a band together.
You guys were living together.
Yes. Yeah. Because they say there was no place to go. So I said, come on in, you know. You're gonna sleep with me. Not in a bad sense though. But you know, somehow they start sleeping in my apartment. I was into rock and roll music, so but the other guy, Taka, he suggested we should do a little bit more, and then we started doing all kinds of different music. New wave, punk, of course, funk. Also, the newest wave came out that time was rap music. Yeah, we tried, but you know, it was not my cup of tea. No.
It's not the right time to experiment with that.
But my passion was keyboard. You know, that's it. And this is my favorite vintage clothing shop. They sometimes have this nice collection of 70s and 80s, sometimes 60s vintage. Stooges. Have you ever listened?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. Noodles. Oh my god. Craft work, man. This one. Yeah, this one's like, you know, one of my favorite. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you know that one.
Yeah. Oh, they're great.
It's a great one.
Yeah. Oh, they're my, you know, master. I was listening to this craft work. I mean, most of the time, I think somehow they hit me so hard, you know, kind of blow my mind, like, oh, wow, I love it. And also, Mako, yeah. And also secretly admired Paul Schaefer. He was amazing because he was in the 80s, like, he was playing all kinds of music, you know, spontaneous, you know, improvisational. Like I was into that, you know.
We need not worry. I've talked to a lot of people who've been influenced by Paul Schaefer. So,
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was great. Yeah.
To say I was really lucky. I worked a lot, and I was young. I was happy to work 16 hours whole day for almost nothing, and I helped with this band, that band, word of mouth, and got nice gigs. Yeah.
And then that led to the Hayabusa Brothers and their new project.
They had one of my CD that I did sound mixing and engineering, and they liked it. Then they called me. I work in the music industry, right? And I went to their meeting, and this this sushi restaurant, and here they were, there's two guys in a nice suit and tie, drinking sake and then eating a high, expensive sushi. It looked really scary. Yeah. Then they told me that they're interested to hire me as a sort of to run the studio. Anybody who's in my position would just jump on that opportunity. I thought they were like sort of Yakuza or Mafia. Am I being tricked to this? Like, that came across in my mind, but it turned out to be a great job.
Yeah, I don't play guitar, but honey. Yeah. Look at that one. Amazing artwork. They have great stuff. This is vintage. It's amazing. Unfortunately, they don't have a guitar, but it's alright.
It's still interesting for a musician to look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They get great stuff. Look at this. Yeah. But I'm a keyboard. Sometimes, you doubt yourself, right? Right. I was going through that because I hadn't played gig in weeks, and so I was wandering around in the Shinjuku area, sort of floating. When I was going through this import bar, I heard the music, the beat. So I came in the bar and sat down with. I had only 500 yen at that time. So I ordered a drink and I was just trying to listen what they're playing. There was a guy. Yeah, this guy is incredible. His name is Taiga Tanaka. He went by Mr. T. He was so hot that time. And he was sweating, playing, my type of music, I was sort of tipsy. So I was just drinking out with desperation. I don't know, I just sort of kind of losing my conscience, but I started walking to the stage. With Mr. T, are you crazy? The rest is sort of fog. It was amazing. I thought I could play that good. You know, like I feel like I had become someone else. Like the movie, being John Malkovich, except I was in Japan, and playing guitar, and I was only myself, not Malkovich, you know. Yeah. People thought I was crazy at that point, I guess. But once I played, like, something was like, whoa, you know. All of a sudden, these two, you know, sort of tall guys came up to me like with little, like, you know, ties and kind of sharp suits, you know. The Habs brothers. They just show me the kind of thick, like a manuscript prints, and like a book. It is. Kaz, read this right now. I go, what? Right now? And then I found the fact that they tried to do some kind of video entertainment system, you know. And I was like, what's my part? I mean, you know. They basically simply explained to me that they already created the visual image. Their point of view was a little bit different. It is like an image of game is really amazing, but combined with the music is more fun.
So from that you became the chief composer.
Exactly. So it was amazing. Like, chief composer of music for entertainment system. I had never dreamed of it.
I was hired many times earlier than he was. First day he came in was sort of like a trial, and he was kind of stuck up, you know, a little full of himself. But the way we worked was, we had visual and we have rough sketch stories about the game. And some of the early games are just pretty simple, just the visual image, and he would come up with small phrases for the sequence, and he would build a variation from that.
The Hayabusas. Basically, they took me to the studio. First of all, they asked me to view the game that they created. I mean, it's called Jaromite. And when I was looking at it, and I was getting kind of certain feelings from the images, but like I said, I was too nervous to think. All of a sudden, they brought me a keyboard in front of me and told me to write something, right? And I was like, oh my God, I had a panic attack. My head and my hand went blank. My heart was beating and my fingers locked. And okay, all right. I was trying to calm myself, but like I told you, Yasu. I think Yasu's existence at the time, at the very moment, helped me so much. I felt very kind of closeness with him. He was like, you know, Moyo-san, 大丈夫ですよ. It means like, yo, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. At that very moment, I heard the sound of Meko in my head. It was the Superman theme. My hands started moving on their own, and it came out.
If it was anything, it was a mutual mentorship. I really enjoy working with him because he had a certain quality that I wish I had, but I didn't. When you stand in a cliff, right? When you stand in a cliff and you look down, say maybe it's the ocean, you look down, ocean, and you can almost feel like you can jump. That weird place, kind of scary. It looks like You feel like your ground underneath your feet are falling off and you might die, but you kind of enjoy that. And he gave me a glimpse of that.
So after that bit of pressure, seemed like things started to roll with you guys.
Yeah, well, soon after that, I was sort of like eased up and okay, I can do this. I start trusting my inner, instinctive voice.
I had a few questions about some of the early scores that you did. So if you don't mind me asking, I was wondering what the background was to Kid Icarus.
At that time, I had always wondered about these kids in Tokyo, downtown Tokyo, all those ungoverned kids. Parents expect them so much. So they become a little twisted. Look in the eyes, like they're looking for something. My theme was sort of like created out of the look into the fractured of innocence. That's where really my theme came from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Piece that has been debated by tons of people over time has been the theme for Excitebike.
Right.
I'm very curious where that came from.
I had taken so much influence from the works of American painter Jackson Pollock. I see his work. He had a kind of amazing dynamics in his work. I wanted the way he did it in my way. So I kind of translate it into my way. Go through my filter. In other words, trying to combine sounds together. Yeah. So like a theme came out like urbanization of cultures. Especially at the time, the imprint of Japanese politicians and government corruptions. There are so much issues. So it was one of most political works at the time. Yeah.
After a while, we got the first review of our game, the game system, and the Tokyo Times basically said the biggest bomb in Japan since Hiroshima. The biggest bomb in Japan since Hiroshima. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's what they said. And I was ready to stop. I was ready to stop working. But Kazu, pulled everybody together. He pushed us, and he said, he kept Rainbow in his mind. It was amazing. He told everybody, our work, our honor will be appreciated sooner or later. It doesn't matter what the one newspaper said. And he was right. Tokyo AP said, #1 Nintendo. And Nagasaki Pharma said, Nintendo is number fun. And Saitama Daily News said, Nintendo rocks. And all these reviews keep coming, and I was really happy. Kaz was really, really hot.
I was enjoying it, and all fame and the money that I started making at that point. But I didn't have much time to socialize because the amount of work I had to handle was overwhelming. So basically, Yas and I, we started working at night. It was okay in the beginning, but I was feeling a little bit more stressed. We fought a lot.
The pressure was getting to Kazu. We were almost falling behind in the schedule. I have to push him to meet the due date. And as a producer, I have to do it, but I hate to do it because I know I'm missing something. And those pressures eating Kazu as well.
There's an issue which I need to address. I'm drinking a lot more and taking drugs as well.
For myself, I didn't have enough time for myself that I can enjoy my life. It was more like produce.
But you couldn't seek help with your friends or with Yasu or?
Well, Yasu and I basically like miscommunicating all the time. His priority is always the deadline.
Yeah, but you've never talked about it. You never acknowledge it. You never talk about the drugs or alcohol.
But nobody want to talk about it. His dark side, Why are you bringing this up?
I think it's just an element of your life that we haven't acknowledged. I think it's important to talk about. I mean, you were involved with drugs and alcohol for a while, and we haven't heard much from you since that time. I mean, I would like you to acknowledge it. I would like you to talk to us about it.
What do you want to ask me about? The certain drug that I used, or what? I mean, is that what you want to know?
I want to know what you use. Why? I mean, you're telling me we're going in circles here. You're telling me it was pressure. It was pressure. How are you feeling inside?
I mean, you are giving me pressure right now,
Well, I mean, your music wasn't the same. I understand that your bosses and that people you worked with were giving you a hard time, but how were you feeling inside? Why guzzle a bottle of alcohol?
Inside, I was confused. Yeah. I was confused.
Yes, I was concerned. I was concerned about him. We tried to help him. We tried to help him a lot, I think. But it was hard because he wouldn't have let us. He didn't make any sense in his decisions. And we were going to make the game version of Ishtar, and he told me that his concept for this game, music for this game, is the abstract notion of existence. Doesn't make sense, does it? Right? I didn't get it. So he would go to the studio for 2 hours and recorded something like baby crying. Basically, that was it for 2 hours, and he expected that to be part of the game system. I mean, music for the game. That was so poorly composed, we couldn't even release the game. I think he decided to fall.
Been some stories and legends about his theme for his composition for the Legend of Zelda, and a lot of what we heard is there's a particular night when he came to the studio very drunk.
Well, I don't know if I can give you a full account of that story. I don't think anybody is sure about what happened, and I'm sure Kazu himself doesn't know anything.
静かにしろよ、ちょっと考えてんだから。やかましい。もう行け。なんだよ。
After that day, things have changed, and his music, his work was not the same, and something was missing.
When was the last time you saw Kaz?
1991, December 21st. Okay, we stopped talking to each other, and I don't think Kaz talked to anybody, and basically that was it. That was it for him. His creative energy was just not there, and he was such a hot property, and now he can't even get a job. So, well, I actually sent him a check, or sent him checks, pretending like I'm a big fan of his work, and I'll never admit this to Kazu, but then one day he actually wrote to me as a fan, asking for more money. How low can you get? And that was it for me. And I decided to, well, my brother has been in New York, and he was setting up the studio for the advertising music in New York, so I just joined him. Yeah. That was my goodbye to Kazu as well. I sent him a last check with a good large amount, and I moved to New York. Third floor, is it? Okay. Very nice. Yeah? Okay.
If you could tell us where you are now.
New York. I'm a chief composer for ringtone for NTT cell phone company. What's your favorite ringtone?
You did a variation on the Gilligan's Island theme
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
which I really
Yeah,
like.
that's one of my masterpiece too. That NTT cell phone, yes.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
there's not.
Yeah, I need a little more coffee.
Okay, here we go.
That could be. Oh. 久しぶり。
元気ですか？
元気ですよ。何年ぶりかな。91年からですよね。
失礼します。もらいます。
久しぶりだな。はい。いや僕もほら。
すっかり OK 広いアパートですよね。
いやーたまたまですよ。マークだよこいつ。You
What does that mean?
you could have told me, you know? I had no idea.
But they
Jesus.
surprised me too. I should have known.
You guys look different to each other, I think.
Yeah, we are getting old.
Yeah. Old.
Yeah.
I didn't have all these in my hair.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nice though. You're looking good.
Thank you. Probably the first time he ever gave me a compliment.
Do you guys have anything in the works? You guys plan on working together again?
Oh, we actually did yesterday. We've just finished a new tune for the commercial. That was a dog food, new dog food.
Really?
We just finished it yesterday.
Already?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
It was quick. Yeah. And we actually titled the song. Title for the song for advertising. You want to tell him? Sure.
Are you hungry, Hayabusa? That's a theme. Yeah.
We are hungry.
Classic. You know?
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna continue to work more together?
Hope so.
Good. I'm glad to see that. The magic is definitely back.
Magic's still there. Still there.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's like you're living in a garden, but you reject the peace. I always concerned myself with the other plants until I discovered my own roots. Music is my light and my water. As it turns out, I was like the plant after all.
Bye.